All right, welcome in. This is a Monday edition of Corbet's Corner. A little bit worse for the wear. My voice, I lost on Saturday. I'm also a little bit worse for the wear because my Atlanta Falcons are an absolute disgrace. The Falcons were up 26-10. Of course, it's me and Matt Cruzen. He'll be doing a lot of the talking here, celebrating his Bears victory, and I'll just kind of be facilitating and keeping my nasty voice off of this one. But once the Falcons were up 26-10, I'm looking at all my buddies. I'm going, hold on to your horses. They are going to find some way to blow this. I try not to get invested in this team, and I do, and I'm heartbroken at the end because it's just absolutely classic. We're a laughing stock. The nation is laughing. Matt Ryan's a laughing stock just because his defense stinks. His coach stinks. Matt, big change. Trubisky benched at half. Foles leading the comeback. Was it the Falcons or was it a legit comeback?
A little bit of both. Before the season, I was saying, who do you want? Everyone asked, who do you want to be the quarterback of the Bears, Trubisky or Foles? My stance from the get-go, I'm not crazy about either of them. But the whole time I've been saying they needed to start Trubisky for the reason that played out yesterday. It's a lot easier to turn to Foles to save the day than it is to Trubisky. If they started Foles and he was bad and then we go to Trubisky, there's no hope there. You start Trubisky, he's not good. Then you go to the guy who's won a Super Bowl before and is used to coming off the bench his whole career. So that game kind of played out exactly as we anticipated. I said on the pod last week, I'm not sure the Bears can score with them. We know Atlanta is going to score, at least in the first half, at least in the third quarter. And that's kind of what I want to ask you. So it does fall on the defense, all these collapses and stuff. But at the same time, the offense was abysmal in the fourth quarter for the Falcons. I mean, the Bears were only able to score 3 straight touchdowns because they were able to get 3 and out. I mean, I don't know. Ryan wasn't completing passes. They weren't moving the ball. The Bears were scoring and getting it right back. Yeah. I got to give a little bit of criticism to Matt Ryan here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's collective. It's almost like it's inexplainable. It's a collective they know they're going to lose. They're not winners. It's become it's 28-3. Now you blew a 20-0 lead against the Cowboys. Now you blew a 26-10 lead against the Bears in consecutive weeks. It's incredible. You got Rex Ryan making crappy jokes about you on Monday morning television. I mean, it's just so frustrating what they're doing to Falcons fans. What they're doing to me personally. Listen to me. I mean, oh my goodness. I was so upset with that. The Falcons are on Monday Night Football coming up against the Packers, so we'll all get to collectively laugh at my favorite team again next Monday and Tuesday. You're looking up. You've got the Colts. Have they made a decision? Is it Trubisky, Foles? Are they still mum on it? And then how do you see that game? I believe Colts are 2-1, Bears are 3-0.
Yes, they have not said anything, Foles or Trubisky, but we all know it's going to be Foles. You cannot go back to Trubisky at this point. Honestly,
What did you think about Trubisky's quotes? I thought he handled it pretty well.
That's what the thing with him. He's so likable. Like, other than his play on the field, he's such a good guy. He's always got the good attitude. He wears the criticism on his sleeve. He doesn't, he doesn't try to say that he's better than what he's performing or putting out there. That's the thing with him. Love him as a player. He can't hit a deep pass. He's not making the right throws. He's not making the right reads. It's going to be Foles from this point out. It will be interesting if Foles does get hurt and then we have to come back to Trubisky. But as it stands, the Trubisky era in Chicago is virtually over. They didn't pick up his fifth-year option. He'll sign a minimum deal, kind of like Jameis Winston did last year, to be a backup somewhere. And that'll be that. The most talked about pick from that draft, and it won't ever stop being talked about, only because of Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. If there's no other good quarterbacks, then it is what it is. But it's because of Mahomes, then we'll never forget about Trubisky.
I got 3 rapid-fire questions for you. Tariq Cohen, the injury, is that going to hurt the offense? Montgomery, I made a trade. He was quiet, finished with like 7 fantasy points. Is he going to have to take a bigger workload? Is the future Foles, or is it looking for a new quarterback after Trubisky? Is Foles the stopgap? And then pick your Colts-Bears winner for next week.
Yeah. Foles is a quarterback this year and presumably into next year, if he's healthy. They're not going to bring in a guy that'll start over Foles next year, I don't think, unless he's just brutal. He's definitely not the future down the road. At that next year, they need to draft a quarterback in the first couple rounds to start developing that guy. Cohen, I really don't see it as that big of a loss. They don't utilize him like they need to. You need to get him the ball in space. You need to make him a gadget, and
Correct.
he just hasn't been productive. He was very good in Nagy's first year, so 2018 when they were 12-4. Last year he was missing the entire year. As for the game next week, interesting matchup. So you got the Colts and the Bears, 3-0, 2-1. We still don't know how good either of these teams are. The Bears are 3-0 against the Falcons, the Lions, and the Giants. The Colts are 2-1 against the Vikings, the Jets, and they lost to the Jaguars.
Yep.
So both of these teams, their record, that doesn't tell me anything. It's a on paper. Obviously, the Colts look good yesterday, but who doesn't look good against Sam Darnold? You want to talk about a terrible quarterback?
Oh my, yeah.
He's as bad as there is. All that talk about how the Jets got a franchise QB after his first year. Give me a break.
Yeah, to your point first, sorry to cut you off there. Trubisky, like, yeah, that's one of the haunting misses, but I think there are some haunting misses that may be a year down the road. Darnold, Daniel Jones, I mean, give him maybe another year. To your point, sorry to cut you off.
No, Josh Rosen. I mean, that list,
oh my goodness. Yeah.
like that list is long. Trubisky won a division. That's something those guys may never do.
Let's segue to some actual good quarterback play. It's going to be the Monday Night Football matchup, Chiefs, Ravens. I saw this so interesting because it opened as Ravens -2.5, and they're at home. I think they're going to have fans. I'm not quite sure on that. And the public's on the Chiefs. Sharps have moved that line on the Ravens to -3.5. I think the Chiefs are the better team. But Sharps have been killing these primetime matchups. I was on the Dolphins with them on Thursday, so I think I just have to blindly ride with the Ravens. I don't feel great about it, but who knows? Maybe Lamar Jackson has a good game. I need him in fantasy, and then also the Chiefs just struggle with a decent Chargers team, not a great Chargers team. How do you see this one, Matt?
Yeah, I see it similarly. I do think it's the Ravens tonight. The Chiefs did not look good last week against the Chargers. They squeaked out that win. I mean, I think this is the AFC Championship preview. Kind of stinks that it's so early.
Yeah.
But and I think the Chiefs will get them the second time. But I think it's the Ravens tonight. I think the Ravens kind of, struggle or disappointing finish to last season. They sat there and watched the Chiefs proceed to win the AFC, win the Super Bowl. So I do think they come out firing on all cylinders. I am rooting for points in this game. A lot of points would be good. We can only hope that it's similar to KC and the Rams in Mexico City 2 years ago on that Monday night. That game was like in the 40s or 50s.
I think it was like one of the best regular season games I've watched in the last decade.
Yeah, and that's all you can hope for when you have these two quarterbacks. We honestly don't get to see that much of Lamar Jackson. They're always in that noon game, and
because they're killing everybody,
right? And they're never, it's red zone after red zone past Mark Andrews and stuff. But I rarely get to sit down and watch Lamar Jackson play a full game. So I'm actually really excited to see that.
Yeah, that's a great point because you really get to red zone's one thing, but you really get to see, okay, how's the offense look? How's the defense look, right? So that's why this is going to be a great regular season game. Again, apologize for my voice. We'll keep it short and sweet. He's Matt Cruzan. I'm Dylan Corbett. This is Corbett's Corner. Matt Cruzan enjoying his Bears 3-0, one of the oddest quarterback controversies for a 3-0 team. But as you said, they're just piling up wins against bad teams and kind of going with the flow. My Falcons are a joke. I hate them. Drop a comment and make fun of me, please. Subscribe. We hit 40. We're trying to hit 60 this weekend. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. And I'll hope to have my voice back later this week. Take care.